to basically work not only with CGI visual effects, obviously you add special effects and you build sets. So everything that you have in the foreground and that's close to camera, you try to build for real. And CGI, I'm not saying mainly, but it's used a lot for extension and embellishing everything. But then if we talk about Shogun, if we go back to the ships, that's where that
Yeah.
was a very big challenge. And those were just pieces of ships that I had, just small pieces
Wow.
on the parking lot in the rain. So, and I put the actors on it, and I would walk off from my monitor in the tent where I was sort of a little bit like avoiding the rain and walk up to see these poor actors staying there being drenched on deck. And they had to imagine the ocean and everything else. So you try to basically talk to them and try to have them, I mean, imagine everything around them.
I will say there are some scenes where there are dives off of ships, and it
Oh,
looks
that was
actually
real. Sorry.
that was real.
He
Okay,
actually he dived into the tank there.
okay, yeah,
And
that
and we
was.
needed, yeah, that was something. We needed a little CGI that day too, actually, because when it was very cold in the air
Huh.
and Cosmo was diving to the water that was actually warm. So when he would get out of the water, he was like smoking. He looked like the devil.
Ah,
So we actually had to use CGI on the day you don't even realize just to get rid of the smoke around him.
wow.
So
When you're dealing, like you said, you like the scale, you like epic films. When you're dealing on that scale, does it require typically more takes because it's so complicated and there's so much involved? I'm just curious how complicated it is, and those poor actors that are out in the rain, are they in the rain for a long time because it's just difficult to put together?
yeah, it's tough actually. What was really tough on Shogun was the scenes in the woods, the attack with the flaming arrows because it was a night. I mean, we had a lot of weather problems on that show because
Mm-hmm.
of the rain, and we had to basically everybody was carrying around an umbrella, and the poor cameraman was trying to light the scene. But he couldn't see anything before everybody took off the umbrellas. And then when the umbrellas were gone, everybody got wet. So we had to like really, really shoot
Wow.
very quickly eventually. But it takes a lot of preparation. It's like you have to imagine what it's going to be like. Everybody has their method. I like to work with models. So I had the ships were built like small models, and I was playing around with that and people on deck that way. And was my best way to explain the shots to the storyboarder, and then we would storyboard the scenes.